Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Mo from Beats, and I just want to take some time to talk to you guys about a topic. J Myracks was doing a live chat in regards to changing with the technology, going mobile. I will put a link description in the video so you can go check that out. I just want to piggyback off of what he was saying, where technology is going, and as a producer, how we need to engage in adapting to the new technology. The bulk of the conversation was about going mobile. Now, when you think of mobile, you think about using your laptop. At one point, when we thought about mobile, we thought from going to desktop to laptop. In his video, he was basically saying that how just like desktops have to a point has went kind of obsolete, eventually laptops are going to go obsolete, and then needing to be able to move into a whole nother lane of mobility as a producer, mainly talking about the iPad, something that I have implemented and have engaged over the last 7 years. It was simple. I seen a gentleman making beats on his iPad, then I was like, whoa. I had already seen it took me that one video to be able to see that's where production and the technology was going to go. So in maybe a couple of months after I seen the video, my birthday came around and I got the iPad. So for about 6 years to be safe, I have been using my iPad for mobile production. Now, when I first started, I did really get heavy into the iPad, but I was still back and forth between my desktop and the iPad. I went full throttle. I challenged myself to be able to use only my iPad for production. And now, we're looking at 2017, that's my choice of weapon, the iPad. I'm known as the iPad producer. And I will say the reason I am sold on mobile production using the iPad is the convenience. I've always stressed that, even some of the videos that some of the tutorials that I did over Machine Masters, I have always stressed the convenience. It's nothing like getting on an airplane and coming up with an idea, and this idea is like just the juices are flowing in your head and you can't get it out till you get off the plane. Now with the technology, with the iPhones, with the smartphones, man, like you can pull out your phone and knock out a joint, you know what I'm saying? Just that simple. I tend to like to work on the iPad just to give that bigger feel versus, me banging it out on my iPhone. But if I had to, I can. But I prefer to do it on the iPad. Even with the iPad, it is still small enough and convenient enough to sit it out. Even with two people on the side of you, pull it out your bag, and put some headphones on and start creating music. That's what the technology is doing. A lot of people that follow me know that I'm a heavy Beatmaker 2 user. That has to be, my favorite app out of all of the apps that I use. That is my #1 go-to app. It's everything that you need for production. It's a DAW, but you have your drum machine, you have your keyboard, load up your own samples, all that stuff. Everything that I need, I have it in my iPad. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I can take my iPad when I'm out, my wife's shopping, and it ain't nothing for me to do. I can pull my iPad out, I take my iPad pretty much everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? If I get some downtime, or if I'm at one of my kids' practices, guitar practice or piano practice, I pull my iPad out, man, and I work. There's no excuse for me not to work because of the convenience. So just wanted to piggyback off what he was saying, man. He was really on point what he was talking about. Now, keep in mind, you have some guys that are just true, hardware sold out to the bone. And I was once upon a time one of those guys where, and of course, most of the older producers started out on some kind of piece of hardware gear. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes like to stay true. no problem. Power to you, more power to you. But just like my homeboy J Myracks said, is that with the technology just keep going and going and going, there are going to be some things that are just going to be totally obsolete to the way you're going to create. Now, of course, you're still going to be able to use those certain things, but you know what I'm saying, technology is continuing moving on and on and on. Man, it is going to be impossible for you to be able to, you know, to continue to add all these things unless, you know, you're in your studio and you got all this stuff centered around, man. I wouldn't be surprised, and don't quote me on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they would, that MIDI will become obsolete. You know, the old school MIDI plugging in with the pins in it, that is pretty much obsolete. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if all of it's obsolete, because you got the technology able to link. You know what I'm saying? You able to link, you know, certain softwares with certain things. I mean, with other softwares. Man, I can do Ableton Link with my iPad, with Ableton. If I was using Ableton on my computer. Or not only that, I can use Ableton Link with another iPad, and it will sync together. So man, that's where the technology is going. You know what I'm saying? And again, if your thing is, you know, staying true to hardware, man, that is your choice. But I was so encouraged when my homeboy Jay did the chat just talking about that, because man, I'm telling you, that is something that I had seen that it was going to be the future. And every day, you know what I'm saying, you got some new developer that's coming out with some new app. You got companies like Arteria. They're simulating, you know, old school keyboards right on the iPad. You know what I'm saying? You got the iSim, you got the iMini Move, you know what I'm saying? You got the iProfit. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different companies that are engaged in this new technology, because these guys are seeing this is where the future is going. You know, you got companies like IK Media making good professional musical apps. You know what I'm saying? You got this company called Jim Audio, the Poison synthesizer. Man, like that mug is crazy. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy Henry the Business, he did a video recently on some of the apps that he used, man. You know, you got companies like Cubase that are tapping in. And man, app developers are knowing that this is a market. They knowing this is where it's gonna go. So they're making these apps, and not toy apps, professional apps. Professional apps. I'm telling you, these guys are tapping in and saying, hey man, how can we make this more mobile for the producer? How can we make this more convenient for the musician? And this is what those guys are doing, man. So I'm telling you, I was real encouraged to see my guy doing the live chat on that topic. And man, and I can go on and on and on, but I just wanted to just come back and piggyback off it, man. If you're using your iPad, man, I encourage you to go full throttle, man. I have produced singles. I have produced songs that have made Billboard. Billboard has recent premiered a joint that I did with Bizzle. I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you, and I'm encouraging, man. Engage the technology. Be comfortable with it. At one time, you know, I'll be honest to say, when I first started on the iPad, I was kind of hesitant to tell people what I was really using, because I wasn't really comfortable in what I was doing, or I'm not necessarily what I was doing. I just wasn't comfortable in telling people, hey man, I'm using my iPad, because you know people gonna probably give you the side out or laugh it off, or and at that time, it really, 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was serious, but guys, producers wasn't really taking it seriously. Now I stand behind it 100%. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, no pat on my back, none of that. I love what I do, and I love telling people what I do, and I love to be able to, share what I have. But I can guarantee you that the company Beatmaker has made some money off of, the video tutorials that I did with Machine Masters. in regards to the iPad. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you they have made some cha-ching, you know what I'm saying, off of the videos that were done over at Machine Masters. So, and I just loved it. I love it. I love the technology. Beatmaker 3 is going to be, all I'm going to tell you guys, once Beatmaker 3 come out, you're going to see. I ain't even got no other words, but you're going to see. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the business. I'm telling you, Beatmaker 3 will be a force to be reckoned with. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. So, I'm going to get out of here. I got a lot of stuff to do, man, but I just wanted to chime in and let you guys know, man, engage the new technology. Engage the iPad, man. Explore it. And yeah, you're going to see a lot of stuff that I'm doing on Beatmaker. But, man, I'm going to get into a whole bunch of other apps because they have so many other dope apps, man. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. This is your boy Marv from Beats. Grace and peace.